All right, guys. Well, I guess we got a little disconnected over here. So once again, this is Josh. Welcome to the Josh Harkness live feed, live show. We're gonna go over some great information tonight. Um, how to build your credit, how to build your business credit, how to set your kids up with wealth plans, how to get in front of 2 million people with your marketing campaign for your brand, services, whatever it is that you're selling online. When it comes down to real estate investing, we're going to show you how to get into real estate investing immediately and also set up your company the right way to leverage your company credit and your personal credit to buy real estate property. When it comes down to wealth building for the kids, we're going to give you 5 tips on what assets to start putting together for them. When it comes down to the credit building, we're also going to help you guys leverage your credit portfolio and credit score with over $90,000 worth of mixed lines of credit. Some are no credit check and some are secure cards. In most cases, they will be company credit building companies that you guys can partner with. We just basically compiled a great list of over $90,000 worth of new credit lines that you guys can partner with. So that's one. Two, when we're talking about wealth building and some other key asset classes that you guys can use, I definitely want you guys to take some notes on it. Now, the Josh Harkness show, like I was saying before we got cut off, this show was really for everyone. But if you want me to really get specific, on who we're really trying to reach out to and, what we do and how we do it and our thought process behind the live feed, like I always say, is real information based on real results in real time, right? That's that. When it comes down to say like who this live feed is for and, what's the value that's inside, let's put it this way. Young guy from Brooklyn, went through a world of, things and, trials and tribulation just like the next person. But we started to, rethink. We started to react and reposition ourselves in, doing freelance jobs, doing small entrepreneur business ventures, dealing with business people on all kind of different scales. So the information that you're getting here with me is more based on results driven, is also based on experience and my experiences. All right, so everything I'm telling you has already been tested, has already been proven. So when we talk about wealth building for kids, we done that. When we're talking about real estate investing, we done that. When we're talking about buying into business and franchises, we done that. When we're talking about how to set up your credit portfolio, we done that. When we're talking about how to build up your business portfolio, we done that. So the information that we're giving you is all authentic. It ain't no, rocket science. But like I said, all the information that we're giving you tonight or normally on my live feed is years of experience compiled into like one live feed, which is awesome for you guys. And that's a jam pack, because sometimes we could charge people $1,000 for the information that we know, especially our one-on-one training when we take people, step by step through what it is that we're talking about. So normally this live feed is going to last for about like an hour and a half. Like I said, you don't have to stay the whole time, but definitely show some love. Also, big shout out to my sister. Today's her birthday. Love you, boo. And then moving along, we also want to definitely give out some good vibes. You guys know how my show normally starts with some music, but the live feed just, shut off unsuspectedly. So we're going to turn up. This is your boy Josh. Welcome to the Josh Harkness live show tonight. Like I said, once again, just get a pen, get a pad. The first session we're going to go over is how to build your credit portfolio with over $90,000 worth of new lines of credit. These are no credit check companies. These are low entry secure cards. These are credit building companies. We just compiled a really, really good list based on results that we got and also our clients has gotten. So I want you guys to write them down and make sure you put this, into action. Knock off chunk by chunk, but start building up your credit portfolio to 90,000, because that's where the game changes, right? In order to buy into assets, in order to invest in businesses, in order to invest in real estate, yeah, of course, you can do a lot of no money down deals and things like this and, try to leverage your credit score where it is now and try to get a loan. But the reason why I'm going over credit first and how to build your credit portfolio the right way alongside of cleaning your credit, because this is going to put you in the best fundamental position to leverage your own capital and be in control, where you don't have to rely on anybody, right? Besides the bank and things like that, but you don't have to rely on people. You don't have to rely on different situations. You fix your credit, you build your credit with $90,000 worth of mixed lines of credit. Now you're playing the game how it's supposed to be played. You're in good standing. Of course, you have your 9-to-5 job. Of course, you may have your freelance job. So you're already good on paper as far as income. But like I said, the credit is like one of the fastest ways to get your hands on some capital, because you really can't work your way into 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, or $500,000 in a matter of a couple of weeks or months. All right, so credit is the most important thing that we're going to be talking about, personal and for business. And then we're going to go into how to take your company and profits and put it into real estate investing. We're going to show you how to take your business profits and put it into a stock portfolio. We're going to show you how to build your credit portfolio for your business to allow you to get into business funding. And we're not going to sugarcoat anything. We're going to give you everything. We're going to give you the companies. We're going to give you the websites. We're going to give you our results. We're going to give you everything. So I want you guys to definitely take down all the websites and all the names that we're going to give you guys tonight. So definitely grab a pen and pad. So if you get off this live feed, if any, I know it's a little late or it's going to get late, just make sure you take down the names for the business credit and how to build your business properly and get in compliance. And I also want you to make sure that you take down all the personal credit websites to go to, because we compiled a really good list, over 90,000 lines of credit and partners that you guys can partner with to build up your credit portfolio. Now, those two things, like I said before, is so important, because if you don't have those two things, you're not going to be able to go into real estate investing the right way. You're not going to be able to go into buying a business or a franchise the right way. You're not going to be able to go into how to build the 4 wealth assets the right way, because it takes some kind of capital. But the game is credit is one of the fastest ways to get some type of funding yourself. Okay. All right. So nonetheless, let's move forward with lesson. Well, I didn't even listen to some music, but it's cool. Let's get into personal credit real quick. So I want you guys to take some notes, right? So I want you guys to take a look at New Coast Direct. They normally give you a line of credit for $5,000. I want you guys to take a look at signaturefcu.com. They'll hook you guys up to with a line of credit. I want you guys to take a look at a company called Shop Simplo, which is SIMPLIO.com. I want you guys to also take a look at a national credit direct as well. I want you guys to take a look at I want you guys to take a look at Apply Bank. I want you also to take a look at Crown Jewelers. I want you guys to take a look at a company called Horizon Gold. I want you guys to take a look at company Hudson Chase. I want you guys to also take a look at Credit Strong and Kickoff, and that's KIKOFF.com. I want you guys to take a look at ExperienceBoost.com. I also want you to take a look at MyJewelers.com. I want you guys to take a look at GrowCredit.com. For secure cards, I want you to take a look at Capital One. I also want you to take a look at Discover It. Okay. When it comes down to business credit, these are some companies you guys can use to build your business credit. So it's going to be Quill.com. The other one's going to be Global Industrial. The next one is WB Mason, MASON. The next one is HD Supply Solutions. And the next one is Mouser. And the other one, the main one, is going to be Uline. The next one is Ganger. Okay. I want you guys to take a look at that. Hold on 1 second. What's up, bro? Happy birthday, Jody. Alright. Well, happy birthday. I'm doing a live feed right now. I gave you a shout out a little earlier, so it's funny that you called. Yeah, I'm on a live feed right now. I'm doing a session. I'm in front of hundreds, hopefully thousands of people by another 2-3 minutes. But yeah, we lit. But I'll call you like in another hour. Actually, jump on the live feed too, cause it's on. If you can, it's on Facebook. Just go to my Facebook page. You'll see it. All right, well, love you. All right, sorry about that, guys. Turn that off. Hold on. Let's make sure the volume's off. So we left off at Mouser for building business credit. Let me just make sure the volume's off here. We'll get back to it. All right, so another thing too. So in order to build business credit, we just gave you some of the companies that you want to partner with. So what you have to do to build credit, just as similar to personal credit, business credit is like just the same. So in order to build business credit, what do you have to do? You have to make on-time payments. That's it. So companies like Uline, Quill, Global Industrial, WB Mason, HD Supply Solution, and Mouser, and Uline and Ganger. These are companies you can partner with. They'll give you a net 30, meaning that they'll give you about 30 days before you have to pay the bill. So they'll ship out the merchandise to you or whatever product you need for your business, right? They'll put it in an invoice and they'll bill you in 30 days. That's called a net 30. But these are the companies that you want to partner with. Next, I'm going to show you what company that you want to report your invoices to. So it's nav.com, it's Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax Business, and Experian Business. Okay, so once you create the invoice, the merchandise will come out to you, shipped to your place of business. They'll give you an invoice or they'll email you the invoice. You want to take that invoice and then upload it to nav.com, Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax Business, and Experian Business. All right, and then that'll help you get a Paydex score within 30 months, depending on how many purchases you do. Rule of thumb, you want to do 5 to 9 purchases, anywhere from $50 and up. Sometimes you can probably spend 10, 20, 30, but you just want to be consistent with how many invoices you do. So each company, like I said, you want to do if you want to take one company and do it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 purchases, do that. Make sure you get the invoices. If you want to do Quill 5 times, do that. They'll report it. If you want to do Global 1 time, 2 time, they'll do it. Just make sure you grab the invoice and then report it to Dun & Bradstreet, nav.com, Equifax Business, and Experian Business. All right. So that's how you build your credit score. So you use those companies that we listed, which is Quill, Uline, Global Industrial, WB Mason, HD Supply Solution. Use those companies, right, to buy or do your net 30 invoice, and then you want to use nav.com, Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax Business, and Experian Business to upload your invoice so they can give you a Paydex score. All right. So when it comes down to the building your credit portfolio, we have about 10 more companies that I want to give you. So we already gave you the first 50,000. I want to give you the remaining half right now. Just give me 1 sec. So I got it in this phone. Or is it in this one? Is it music? I don't have no music in that one. Hold on, guys. I want to get you guys the other companies to build out your business credit. I mean, your personal credit. Alright, I think it's in this one. Alright, we're going to get right back to it. Just bear with me. I know me take a lot of notes. You guys got that company. Hold on, guys. Let me give you the next one. Sorry about that. This is a live feed, so bear with me. I think I lost the I lost the message here that I did for you guys. Hold on 1 second. Is it in my draft? Come on now. Delete. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me check my drafts. All right. Anyway, the other company is called Jasper. That's one of the companies. The other one is First Premier. The other one is going to be Credit Strong. I think I told you about that one. The other one is going to be New Coastal. I think you guys should have that one. What's the other one they have? The other one is DSX. And let me just check my other phone here. Make sure I got the rest. So those companies you guys can also use. 917. Super weird. I normally have everything here. Capital. Yeah, I have no idea where this shit is at. Alright, but those companies definitely get you up to, I think we did 50, so you guys should be around like 60, 70. Alright, so cool. Let's get on to the next one. So we normally want to, like I said, so now you got your personal credit, lit, and now you got your business credit lit, right? You know the key things to do, the rules, and what you guys need to do. So you got over $70,000 worth of new credit line, and you also have your business credit. One part with the business credit too. So once you get those companies and you get those invoices, and then they'll give you a net 30, or you buy what you need to buy, and then you record those transactions and those invoices to those companies. The next thing that you want to do is just make sure you do that 5 to 15 times, and then the next thing that you want to do is start getting like gas cards, store cards, right? In order to build business credit, you can also go back to your bank and get a secure business line of credit, right? This is where it's very similar to a secure card for personal, but you're going to do a business secure card, right? Which you're going to take $1,000 or $500 and then get yourself a business line of credit. All right, so that's number 4. And number 5, with building business credit, is that once you have your line of credit for business, that's 1 secure card. The next thing is once you have 5 to 15 invoices and payment history, that's 2. Once you get your store cards and your gas cards and things like this, and then partner with more companies, anywhere from 5 to 15. Now you're going to move forward with coordinating with the banks and getting lines of credit with different credit card companies like Amex, Capital One, your Chase cards and things like this. But the key thing that you want to do before you just jump and start, going for credit, you want all your invoices to record to NAV and Dun & Bradstreet and Equifax Business Experience Business. That's 1. Second, you want to make sure that all the lines of credit for your personal are recording. So I gave you over 20, 30 companies, right? And they are all credit building companies. They are all no credit companies, as well as secure cards that help you build your credit. So there's very entry level ways of building your credit, but I want to make sure that you get all those 30 companies on your credit portfolio. That's very important in order for you guys to move forward. Nonetheless, I also want to make sure that you guys get your credit clean, right? So first you want to get your credit clean, and then second you want to build your credit portfolio, right? How I just showed you. Now in order to get your credit clean, you guys can use Fix That Credit Now, which is our services. It's penny on the dollars. In most cases, if you're on this live feed and you send it to me now, we're gonna give all those papers away for free, so you guys can start fixing your credit. We also have a live free training on how to fill out the forms and do it the proper way, because it is, there is a step-by-step way of cleaning your credit and how to fill out the forms. But if you're on a live fee right now and you want to fix your credit and you need the PDF paperwork on how to fix your credit, as well as the actual letters to send out to the credit bureau, we'll do that tonight for you guys for free. All right. So if you guys want, drop it in the comments that you guys want the free credit repair paperwork. Just drop it in the comments. So if you need to fix your credit and you need those paperwork for the letters to reach out to Equifax, Experian, and Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, I'll send you those documents tonight. So just shoot me an email and you guys can get that for free. All right. And tomorrow we'll do a one-on-one session on how to fill out those documents the right way, so you guys can get the best results of getting things removed and curated on your credit portfolio. Now, the fact that you got your credit fixed, you build your credit with $90,000 worth of credit lines that we just talked about. You open up your LLC, you got your LLC in compliance, you build your business credit with your company to an 80 paydex score, which we just showed you how to do. Now we can actually start playing the money game the right way. Now, what do I mean by the money game? The money game means we individually have capital to go do whatever it is that we need to do, right? Because by the time you get a 680, 700, 750 credit score on top of you having your business entity, and your business entity being in compliance, all the paperwork is done, and you build your business credit to a 80 paydex score, now you can leverage your business score, right, to hundreds of $1,000s, even 20, 30, 40, 50 to 100 to $500,000. But the main thing a lot of people miss is that they always open up their business and they stop when they get an EIN number. They stop when they get an article of corporation. You're not supposed to stop there. You're supposed to get your business in compliance, and you're supposed to build your business credit. That's the main reason why when you go to a bank, they always pull in your personal credit. And if your personal credit is not on point, you're not going to get the business loan. That's the issue. So you have to build out your company and structure your company the right way and build business credit by getting your company in compliance, which we just talked about. Second, like I said, your personal portfolio. The only way you can get your credit to a 700, 800, go to myficoscore.com. They tell you exactly what it is that you need to do. Even on Credit Karma, they tell you what you have to do. You can't have late payments. You can't have collections. You can't have 30 to 120 days, late payments and, a blown out, credit utilization, all this stuff. So if you don't know, go to the myficoscore.com website, go to Credit Karma, and just read their little, paragraph where they show you like what it takes to get a good credit score. All right. So in most cases, to get a 750, 800 credit score, you need to have 10, 20 years worth of, history. So a lot of people that's, 18, a lot of people that's like 30, like they don't have that much credit history, even when you're 40. Right? So what are they looking for? They're looking for installment loans. They're looking for revolving credit. They're looking for mixed lines of credit. They're looking for big, lines of credit cards from different places, right? So the average person is not going to be able to get but so much, line of credit because they don't know how to do it. And two, they don't have credit, so people aren't going to link credit to them. So how do you build your credit, up to $90,000 worth of lines of credit you can add to your credit portfolio where you can get a better score, and now you can actually get involved in real estate and certain things? We just showed you that. So rewind the video, go back to it if you just joined me. If not, we're going to move forward with our lesson plan, right? So we just told everyone how to get $90,000 attached to their credit portfolio. We showed you how to build your business, as well as how to get your business in compliance, and we also showed you how to get your business structured the right way to get business funding and business capital, right? So now the fact that you have personal and you have business funding and you have really, really strong credit portfolio, and you also have a really, really strong personal credit portfolio, now we're going to leverage these two scores to get you money, right? From the banks and from credit cards, from Amex, from Chase, from whatever credit card company you can think about. But the fact of the matter is that now you are lendable, right? I want you guys to remember this. The only way that you can get lendable for your business is by having an 80 Apex score and on-time payments, right? In history. The only way you're lendable on your personal credit side is once you reach over the 680, 690, 700, 750. That's the only way that you're going to get lendable, because no one's really lending money at a weak credit score. So now that you understand how to build your credit portfolio, now you guys are going to get access to the banks and the bank money and the bank funding and the bank credit cards and a line of credit and 0% APRs, and life is going to be better. Now let's move forward. Like I said, so this second half to this part of our live feed, you guys know me, I like to do little lesson plans, but I like to compile it with everything, right? So we just talked about how to build your credit, personal and business, and the next part we're going to talk about is how to invest into real estate immediately. So a lot of people who are on podcasts and selling courses and I bet you they didn't tell you what I just told you, right? Every time you buy a course and every time you do certain things, when it come down to really believe in someone online or believe in someone that's popping up on TV and they always want you to pay for something. I'm giving the game away for free. I don't want nothing from nobody. I just want people to get the knowledge and change their life, right? Because we in this dirty world, a lot of times by ourselves. So we don't have people like me who's just going to give you the real game, right? A lot of people ain't going to do that shit because they worrying about making their money. I don't need no money for selling you guys information, even though I could price people, but that ain't the name of the game right now. People need real help, and I feel like professional people and professional people and experts that's been in the game, they need to expose as much information they possibly can to start changing the people's lives around us. That's what we're here to do tonight. So moving along, like I said, we're going to talk about how to invest in real estate immediately, right? So everyone get a pen, write it down. The first way that you can start investing in real estate immediately, the right way, is that you have to structure your business. I want you to think of real estate investing as a business, because that's what it is. And if you don't treat it like a business, you're never going to be successful. Mind you, this took me from 16 and I'm 32 now, and I'm just getting it because I wasn't given the right information for a long time. All right. So like I said, this live feed is always going to be based on real information in real time, based on real results. That's what we practice, and that's why we operate here. So in order to invest in real estate the right way, fundamentally, the first thing that you want to do is get an entity. In most cases, you want to get LLC, which is a limited liability company, right? And the reason why you want to get this is because you're doing business. And when you're in business, you could be held liable because you are a professional business owner. So if anything happens, of course they're going to come for you. Now, by having this liability company, you're going to protect yourself and your business. And if something happens where they want to sue you, they can sue the company, not you. Okay? In most cases. Now that's rule number one. So in order to invest in real estate the right way, fundamentally, immediately, the first thing that you want to do is get an LLC. Now, our last session, we talked about how to get your business in compliance. The same rules apply because all LLCs operate the same way. All companies, they all operate the same way. They have a little differences, but they all operate the same way when we're trying to get it in compliance and when we're trying to get your business, or when we're getting your business, prepared for funding, for business funding. So it all works the same. So 1, get an LLC. 2, get your company in compliance. What do I mean by getting your company in compliance? You got to get a business email. You got to get a business bank account. You got to get a 1-800 number. You got to get a business fax number, or at least virtual fax number. You have to have a place of business. You can use your home if you want to. I recommend using a shared office space when everything get open. You can also use a virtual business address, right? But you want to make sure that you're able to pick up the mail. But other than that, just use your home for the time being, as well as an office, as a shared office space, if you want to cut costs. You also want to get leave anything out, business phone, you got that, business email, website, business card, business bank account, right? So in order to get a business bank account, if you didn't know, I'm going to tell you real quick. So first, you have to get the LLC done properly in the state that you're going to be operating in. If you want to go to Delaware or Wyoming, you can do other states, but you just want to make sure you do it the right way. So definitely talk to a business attorney on how to structure your LLC the right way. or whatever kind of company entity that you want to use. So you can use the INC, you can use the LLC, you can use the S corp as well. But you just want to make sure that you set it up correctly. I personally have an LLC, right? So boom, there you go. So get incorporated the right way, get in compliance. You know what compliance mean now. Now you want to go into building your business credit, which we talked about the last session, but I'm just going to talk about it real quick. I'm going to give you, so how do you build your business credit? One, you want to coordinate with nav.com, Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax Business, and Experian Business. These are 4 companies you want to partner with and open up accounts with so you can record your business invoices with them. Right. So in order to build credit, even with business and personal, it's the same definition. Right. So in order to build credit is that they want you to record on-time payments. So once you record on-time payments, this shows the credit bureaus that you are responsible to make payments and to make payments on time. So in order to build business credit, you want to partner with those companies to record your payments, and then you also want to partner with Uline, Quill, Ganger, WB Macer, HD Supply Company, and Uline as well. And you want to create invoices with these companies. Now, these companies that I just named, these companies are specifically made for business owners to make business purchases for supplies, for laptops, for like whatever it is that your heart desire. A lot of these companies have it, so just order with them. So versus ordering with Target, don't order with Target, especially when it's things for your business. Order with the companies that we just talked about, and then you're going to create an invoice, and the invoice is going to allow you to pay your bill out in 30 days, which is called a net 30, right? So these companies are not going to charge you no money for 30 days, and you just pay the bill off in 2 weeks. Just remember, that's a key. So in order to build business credit the right way and on time, you want to pay that net 30 account in 15 days and 20 days before the bill is due, and that'll help you get a strong paydex score. So another key, business credit can be built out in 30 days to 60 days, depending on how you do your invoicing. But in most cases, you can basically partner with 5 of those companies, do 5 invoices, and pay all those invoices off in 20 days by ordering something for $50 or $100, right? And just pay it off in 30 days, and then your score can jump, to an 80 paydex score. So on my Facebook page, I have the paydex score chart, so you guys can understand what the business credit score looks like and how they view it. Okay, but once you hit an 80 paydex score, it's like having a 800 personal credit score. So I showed you how to get a top score for your personal, and I showed you how to get a top score for your business. This is why you're going to be able to invest in real estate the right way, because fundamentally any business and any business owner should be able to raise capital themselves in their own business, not always go out and raise capital. You should be able to have capital yourself and operation costs yourself alongside of marketing, right? So now, how to invest in real estate the right way? Immediately, I just showed you. So let's go over the steps again. 1, you create an LLC. 2, you get your company in compliance, right? By following those 10 rules, getting a 1-800 number, getting a business address, getting a website, getting a business bank account, right? And getting a fax number and an address, right? So that's how you get your company in compliance. Second, you move forward by third, you move forward by building your business credit, right? So you want to partner with these companies. Once again, you want to partner with nav.com, Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax Business, and Experian Business, right? Fourth, you want to do 5 to 15 invoices with the companies that we talked about, like Uline, Quill, Ganger, right? WB Macer, an HD Supply Company, right? You want to partner with those companies so you can actually get invoices, you can buy supplies with them, and then they're going to allow you, one, either pay for the merchandise, they're going to give you a business invoice, you upload it, right? Or they're going to give you 30 days to pay off the merchandise, and you pay it off in 2 weeks, and then you upload it to nav.com, Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, and Experian Business. And this is going to allow you to get an 80 paydex score. Now, number 5. When you're building your business credit, you want to focus on, focus on 2 things, right? You can also mess up your business credit if you do not pay that bill off in 30 days. So any invoice that you do not pay off in 30 days, they will report it 5 days later to those companies that we just talked about, and you will get a negative score too. You can still pay it, but it's gonna, so versus getting an 80, you probably get like a 50, which is like having a 550, right? Personal credit score is gonna be bad. So just as fast you can, get it reported proper way, it works just the same as personal credit. If you miss a payment, it's gonna reflect just the same way. So make sure you pay your business invoices in 2 weeks, right? So that's in 14 days. So you do an invoice today, you get the merchandise shipped maybe in 3, 4, 5 days. In 2 weeks, you need to pay that invoice off. All right, so moving along. So that's one rule: don't ever be late on your business invoices. Second, you want to get a business secure card, meaning whatever bank account, whatever bank that you do your business account with, you want to partner with them and get a secure business line of credit. Same way that you can go to a bank and get a secure personal line of credit, right, or a secure card, you want to go to the bank that you have your company set up with, and you want to get a business secure line of credit, meaning you take $500 or $1,000 from your business, or even from you just investing in yourself. You want to take $500 to $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, whatever the case may be, and put it on the business secure line of credit. Now, that's going to help you build credit fast as well. So when we're talking about how to invest in real estate immediately, the first key thing about real estate investing is what? Is buying real estate. So if you're not in position to buy real estate, you will never be able to really buy real estate, or I'm showing you how to save yourself the heartache. Because if you don't have the capital, guess what? You're leaving yourself open for a whole bunch of bullshit. And we know how it go, right? You got to deal with buyers or cash investors that's mad picky, right? Or you're dealing with homeowners who are going to go with the best offer and you probably lose that deal. Or you may find a good deal and then you don't have the capital, and then you raise your credit score or you raise your business score, and then you probably get the wrong type of loan, right? That's aggressive. And you don't want to do that because you have cover costs, and anything can happen when you're doing a fix and flip or even a fix and hold. Anything can come up. So you don't want to have an aggressive loan and then you get screwed in the back end just in case something happens. So me personally, like I said, going through my experiences and just learning the game, the ins and outs. Like I said, I ain't rich, I ain't a baller, I ain't none of that shit, but I'm on the right track. So I'm just going to give you guys the game and the heads up and the secrets that I learned to help you guys become more successful, right, in doing these endeavors. Because now, like I said, if you go into fixing and flipping and you have an aggressive hard money loan or 100% loan and you have to pay back certain things, remember, every day they want their money, damn near every day. So you take out a loan, guess what? The countdown is live. So time is really money. So if you took out an aggressive loan, that's going to rack up. On top of that, you got the mortgage and you got taxes and you got utilities going too, and you may have construction payout. You feel what I'm saying? So what if the construction people stop coming? Now you got to find somebody else. What if what if you get injured and you can't go to the site? And then you see what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to put yourself in that position. So like I said, the best advice I can give you from experience is set yourself up financially by making sure that you ensure that your company, your LLC, is set up and you already have business funding to the side with 0% APR, as well as a 1-year payment time. Meaning, if you do it your way or the way that I showed you, you're going to get 0% interest, and on top of that, they're going to give you about a year to pay off any kind of payments to them. So that's the beauty of the information, the value that I'm giving you guys today. Now, when we're talking about dollar amount, so by leveraging your credit and by leveraging your business credit, you almost basically have unlimited access to the bank. But I'm going to show you what happened, right? So as soon as you get a line of credit, of course your utilization is going to go down because now you have a line of credit. So that's why we show you how to build your credit with $90,000 worth of mixed line of credit for your personal as well as for your business, so you have a strong credit portfolio to get the max or to even get more and get more and get more and get more. So by the time you get one credit card, trust me, you can get 5 credit cards, right? You can leverage 5 credit cards. And then the key thing that you want to do is called a balance transfer. So make sure you always partner with credit cards that have a balance transfer, meaning anytime you get a personal credit card and you say, like, they say, all right, your credit limit is 1,000, and then right towards the bottom it tells you how much money you can actually take out in cash. It's the same principle for your business, right? So your business, you leverage your personal with your business credit score, and it'll give you a huge line of credit for 100,000, 250, half a million, even 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, whatever the case may be. But now you're going to do a balance transfer based on that credit line that you got, and that's what's going to help you get a line of credit, not a line of credit, but that's going to help you have cash on hand, right? So now let's give you a great example. So if you have, let's say you leverage your personal credit and you have a 700, and let's say you have your business credit and it's a 80, an 80 paydex score, as well as all the history. You have all the payments, there. You have the $90,000 in line of credit, attached to your credit portfolio, and it's recording to the credit bureaus. The bank is looking at this. So once they get your social, they're taking a look at everything. All right. The underwriter is taking a look at everything before they give you the bread. They're looking at your income. They're looking at your credit portfolio on your business, which is well done, and they're also looking at your personal credit portfolio, which is well done, and they also taking a look at your business and how long you've been in business, right? So in most cases, you want to do this 6 months after your business has been, open. You have some clientele, you ran some money through it. You know what I'm saying? You do it, you do it how you got to do it. You create your invoices and things like this. But what happened is, on average, you're at least going to get 10,000, 20,000, up to 50,000 off the rip, even if you're new. In most cases, you can do that 5 times over. So you should definitely be walking out of the bank with anywhere between 20 to 100, even to 250, right? So this is like the real game. This is how the real estate guy that I work with taught me the game. You feel me? He like, yo, you need to do this, you need to do that. But a lot of times, even when I started, I didn't have the luxury of having money on hand at the time. So I had to bust my ass and do little small deals and little rental deals. And like, this is like 5-10 years, like this is like 7 years ago, 8 years ago, right? So I had to really like grind up and just, try to figure it out. And I'm still going through my life things and all this stuff. So right now in 2020, this is like the rebirth, right? For everybody, this is like a rebirth, because even though we have crisis, we still also have some good moments where a lot of people who were unable to, jump into the business arena or the real estate arena or even the stock arena or industry to buy in at a low price. This is a great time, right? So knowledge is going to help you guys capitalize the most, because if you don't have knowledge, you're not going to be able to make the right choices. So a lot of people got a little bit of money, but now they need the knowledge to go with it. All right. So anyway, like I said, you should be walking out of the bank with anywhere from 10,000, even all the way up to 250 worth of line of credit that you can actually use. And like I said, the key thing that you want to do is get 0% APR on your credit cards, as well as you want to make sure that the credit card that you're going to get, you can do a balance transfer, so you can take out the line, so you can use the line of credit cash limit that's on there to help you with a down payment. All right, and that's the best way to start investing in real estate, is by setting your business up the right way, getting funded the right way, leveraging your credit the right way to have cash on hand to invest in real estate. Now, the 7th part to how to invest in real estate the right way, we just talked about how to structure yourself to have capital. The second part to real estate investing is but buying property, right? Buying investment property. How do you do that? What's the fastest way to buy a real estate investment property? Me personally, like I said, my live feed is always about what I've done, things that I experienced, things I've seen firsthand. The best way to get your hands on a real estate investment property is to go directly to for sale by homeowners, right? And this is the best way. Now, the reason why this is the best way, because 2 things. 1, they want to sell their property, right? And 2, you can get in contact with them. A lot of time when people are talking about real estate investing, they're talking about doing wholesale deals. They're talking about vacant properties. They're talking about absentee properties. They're talking about, estate properties when someone died. And those, not to down that part, but like I said, that's like only a certain kind of percentage of different real estate investment strategies that you can use to invest in real estate. But a lot of times, those strategies take a lot of time and a lot of patience and a lot of knowledge, right? So what I'm going to show you to do tonight is how to invest in real estate immediately. So we already got the capital, We leverage our credit for personal business. Now we have the money on hand by doing a balance transfer. Now, if you go directly to a for sale by home buyer, your main goal as a real estate investor, as a boss, as a CEO, and as an owner, your job is to acquire property. That means to get property, period. Even if you have to pay top dollar, even if you get a wholesale deal, even if it's a fix and flip, even if it's a fix and hold, even if it's a move-in ready property, it don't matter. You should understand how to do all 5 things I just said. So if the homeowner, right, say, hey, my property is for sale, but I want the best price for it, guess what? You're in position now to get that property, right? So you do a walkthrough with the customer. Monday through Friday, you're inside the property, whatever day that you pick with the customer. You do a walkthrough, you see what needs to get fixed, or you see what the condition of the home is, and then you assess and make your decision right then and there. Because as a real estate investor, the key thing that you want to understand as a real estate investor, that the way that we showed you, by owning your own LLC or your incorporation or your S corp, whatever which way you want to go, you are the boss. You are the owner. You are the founder. You are the CEO. You are the chief of operation. The chief of operation, or owner or finder or president of the company should be able to, one, close a deal and finance that deal themselves. That's the truth. All right. So by you doing a for sale by homeowner, like I said, you have access to the phone number and you can get into the home immediately. You don't have to wait. You don't have to do no bounce around, especially if that for sale by homeowner is motivated. But like I said, if it's a for sale by homeowner, of course they're motivated. They list the property themselves. They say, I don't want to deal with nobody. I want to do this shit myself. That's the best way to do it. You're talking to the owner. You can go to the house. You can actually inspect the house right then and there, and then you can offer your best price, and you can close a customer right then and there. 5 different ways. You can get the property under contract by, partnering with them and giving them like the best offer, minus out whatever renovation or rehab work need to get done. Or let's say they want to sell the property top notch, and you walk through the house because you have access to it, and the homeowner say, okay, you can come down Monday. You go down that Monday, you take a look at the property, you say, damn, man, this property is gorgeous. Okay, you want $699? All right, that deal makes sense to me because it's top notch. I can get a tenant in there, and then I can still refinance it. And on top of that, I can make sure that I can do a rent. I can rent out the house as a rent to own as well, or by doing owner finance for the next person that wants to come in. Okay, so this, like I said, you can do a wholesale deal for that house when you're dealing with the homeowner still by deducting out whatever costs need to get done to update that property the right way. 2, even if the customer wants top price, you have the capital to do it. So if it's $699 and we're doing whatever percentage right now, it's a 3 point whatever, you still have the capital to do it because we leverage your personal and your business credit the right way. So now you have cash on hand and you don't have to run around with your head cut off. Number 3, if you walk into the property and the property needs to get fixed up, your job as a real estate investor, as a boss, as a CEO, and as an owner, your job is to inspect that property to some degree, because you're not you're an investor, you're not a contractor. But your job is to look at the property and at least say, okay, did this house need paint? Do the floors need to get done? Is the roof leaking? Is the kitchen outdated? Does the bathroom need to get done? Does the kitchen need to get done? You can do that. You can look outside. Okay, is there any cracks on the foundation? Is there any water leaks? Or you can ask the homeowner. Say, hey, listen, I know you want to sell this property, but clearly you're not selling it for a reason. Is there anything in the home that you want to tell me that probably needs to get for repair work? Call them out on their shit. That's what I do. Listen, I don't give a fuck. Because, one, like I said, I'm in front of the owner. The owner going to tell me what it is. And the way I present myself, I'm not intimidated. I'm going to treat them like, family. Listen. Let me know what's going on, because this is what I'm looking to do. I'm young. I want to get my hands on some property for my family. I'm just trying to structure myself the right way. And then clearly you wanted to get rid of the property. So is there anything I need to know about the property that needs to get done? You feel what I'm saying? And just have a clear, non-aggressive, non-passive conversation with the homeowner. See what's going on with the property. See if they got a new roof. See what kind of oil tank and things like this downstairs that they have. See how does the plumbing work? Does it go out to clearly it goes out to the street, but you just want to see if the house is going to back up when it rains and things like this. Like, you just want to ask all the questions you possibly can ask with that customer right then and there. You want to get your contractor out there if you have a contractor, which you should have a licensed contractor. No bullshit, people, right? When you're doing business, you listen. I'm gonna tell you the truth too. If you're doing business with anybody, if you're doing business, two things. You want to make sure that you always have all your contracts notarized. That's one. And two, you only want to do business with people that you can sue. Right? Three, you only want to do business with people that have an office, a place of business that you can physically go to if something happens. All right? These are three things that you want to make sure that you are aware of, and that you make sure that you practice, like, waking up and brushing your teeth. Make sure the person is licensed. Make sure the place of business, right? And also make sure that you have all your documents notarized. All right? That's a major key alert. All right, so moving along. Like I said, you have 3 ways of closing a for sale by home buyer, and the last 2, like I said, if it's going to be a fix and flip, just make sure you inspect it. Do a little bit of work. Don't try to re-gut the whole house. Don't do that. Especially if you're trying to get in real estate like the first wave, especially in 2020. Do not try to purchase or invest in property that need a lot of work, especially if you're doing a deal, right? The main thing that you want to do is probably invest $5,000 into a deal. That's it. You don't want to go higher than that, right? Because you already have capital to do the down payment. You should definitely work a deal in where the seller does a closing cost, and you don't have to come out of pocket for closing costs. That's how you want to structure that deal. No closing costs on you. You'll do, whatever it is it takes to close the deal for down payment, but the seller, take care of all the closing costs. That's how you want to structure that as well. So you lock up the deal that way. You have the contract. Now, if you want to wholesale that deal or do an assignment, meaning that you get the homeowner on the contract, you and a homeowner, you guys agree to one price, and then you flip it to the investor for a higher price, right? You can do that as well. Now, I'm going to show you where that would make sense, right? So if a homeowner, right, or basically it's a homeowner at the end of the day. So if a homeowner, or even like a landlord, or even another real estate investor who wants to sell their property or short their property or wholesale their property at a low price, of course you can do it, take the deal. But the main thing that you want to do is understand the after repair price, right? So after repair price, I mean, like, what's the top dollar price that's being sold in the area, right? So a lot of times people are like, well, yeah, you can go get a realtor. Don't worry about, don't worry about getting a realtor, but learn how to assess deals yourself, right? So what you want to do is go on Zillow, type in your zip code, put in the street address of that property, and then do a 2-mile radius or 1-mile radius, and see how many properties. Click on sold, and then see how many properties sold around that area. Normally Zillow or Trulia or whatever website you're using will give you a list, and then you can see what the average price is going for the same, not the same exact, but like if the house that you're buying or looking to invest in has a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, you want to filter that, that list, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, and then if you see the square footage is 2,000, you want to try to match the house that you're looking at to whatever's been sold in the area, and then you just narrow. You get 5, 6, 7, homes that have been sold, and that will give you the median price of what you can actually sell that property for. You can probably sell it for more too if you want to, depending on if you get that property where it needs to be, at least renovate it or update it with appliances, and renovate it, remodel it, stage it the right way if you guys want to do all that stuff. But like I said, initially, spend $5,000. Make sure it's a property that doesn't require a total facelift. The main thing is the roof, plumbing, electrical, the foundation, right, curb appeal, and just make sure everything is clean and top notch. All right, so guys, that was how to invest in real estate immediately by setting up your corporation, all the way up to business funding, all the way up to how to find a deal with a homeowner, which is immediate. You can find them, get in contact with them, set up your schedule the next week, go assess the property, take a look at it. You got cash on hand, make sure you assess a deal, and like I said, figure out, know what you want to do first. If you want to fix and flip, you want to fix and hold, it doesn't need repair work, you want to move in and just do a top dollar deal, or it is a good deal but it needs repair work, but like I said, you can probably deduct that from out of the price. And then last but not least, your main job as a real estate investor, as a boss, as a CEO, as an owner, as a president, Your goal as a real estate investor is to acquire property. It doesn't matter the type of property. Your main goal is to acquire property and know how to do it effectively. Okay. All right, move it along. So let's talk about how to do marketing, right? So because marketing, especially as a business, like I said, everything we talked about is business tonight. I mean, well, it's personal, but I want everyone to think business. How to incorporate marketing in your business as well as personal life. So if you're like someone who, that's in the sales industry, or if you're someone that, is in a position where that marketing is going to be a tool that you need to be successful and to make money or even to be better at your job, you want to learn how to market properly, as well as how to get in front of millions of people, hundreds and thousands of people, by leveraging social media platforms. So we're going to talk about that real quick. We talked about it before, but I want to go over it again, because the more you talk about it, the better people understand it, because sometimes you keep it talking and then people miss it. They probably didn't write stuff down, and I know you guys are doing a lot of things throughout the day besides just being at home sometimes. So let's talk about it again. So how to get in front of 2 million people by leveraging digital marketing platforms such as Facebook, Google, YouTube, and Instagram. Okay, so let's talk about it. Now, Facebook owns Instagram. Google owns YouTube. There you go. You're like, what did that really mean? So any ad that you're going to basically use for Facebook is going to be used on Instagram. Any ad that you use on YouTube is going to be used on Google to some degree, as well as any ad that you create on Google is going to be used on YouTube once you publish it, right? So that's very important, right? That's very important to understand. But let's get into the nitty gritty. So if you're using Google AdWords and Facebook Ad Manager, this is a behind screen on your page, right? So if you're in your Facebook page, you want to go to the side where the menu box, go down to manage ad, and then that will bring you to your Facebook manager ad manager page, and this is where you can actually start creating ad campaigns and things like this. Google AdWords, it kind of shoots you directly into it, but they'll say like create an ad, blase, zip code, people, keywords, and all these things like this. So how is it possible for you guys to get in front of 2 million people? I'm going to show you right now. So when you get into Facebook Ad Manager, and you also get into Google Ad Manager, and you start setting up your campaign, they're going to tell you they're going to ask you to upload videos, they're going to ask you to upload pictures and content of your business, services, or whatever it is that you're going to be promoting, right? So you can actually upload the pictures and images and all that stuff. Now the key part to all this is going to be, they're always going to say description, title, right, your website, the phone number. They're always going to ask you to do like a call to action. They're always going to ask you to kind of do like a lead form, which is important. So you definitely want to add a lead form. And then last but not least, they're going to talk about your demographic, right? So like your ideal customer, like how to set up your targeted campaign. They're going to ask you about your zip code, so you should know what zip code you want to use. They're going to ask you, but you want to make sure that you add like keywords, right? The best way to understand like keyword optimization and what keywords work for like your industry or product or services, you want to use a tool called Google Trends, and also a tool called Keyword Everywhere. Use these two things. You just go on the site, go to googletrends.com, the site pops up, you just drop in like whatever product and services that you're selling or promoting, and then they'll give you a whole bunch of keywords that surrounded that industry or product or service or brand that you're using. You want to copy and paste a keyword, and then you want to put it into your ad copy, as well as your ad, your targeted ad campaign, right? So you want to put in your competitors, you want to put in your customer interest, you want to put in like customer location, you want to put in zip code, states, countries, whatever the case may be. Like you want to fill up this thing up to the max. Now what happened is, once you do that on both platforms, there's a meter, especially on Facebook, where it lets you know like these interests and these companies that you added, and the customer age and the location that they live in, and different countries and different states. They're going to give you a meter on how many people you can potentially get this ad campaign in front of. And then by you adding a campaign or ad budget, they're going to show you how many people you can get in front of. Now, this is the key part. You did all the legwork. So I want you to think just like this. When you're doing marketing or targeted marketing or setting your campaign online using Facebook or Google AdWords, just think like this. You're telling the computer, or you're telling Facebook Ad Manager or Google AdWords to find and get you in front of these people. That's all you're doing, but you're just doing it digitally. That's why coding is so important, right? So you're going to tell Facebook, you're going to tell Google AdWords, I'm going to give you all the information that you need so you can get me in front of these people. Now, these two platforms, you need to understand how they work. So when you're using paid campaigns to pay them, they're giving you the ability to get in front of these people because they have collected all the data, and they have all the data, and they also have access to all these millions and millions and millions of people. Remember, Facebook and Google has access of data, and they also have access to so much damn information that when you're doing your ad campaign and you set up your interests and your demographic, your locations, and you pinpoint certain things, you got your competitor information there. Like I said, that meter that they create is going to allow you to get in front of tens and thousands and millions of people. Your goal as a real estate investor, as a business owner, or even as someone starting their business, we already showed you how to leverage your capital between building your business credit and your personal credit. So when you get that line of credit and you have a balance transfer, now you have a budget to go towards your marketing. You understand what I'm saying? So boom, you take a little bit of that money, you throw it towards your marketing, and you get in front of the people that you need to get in front of. Now the main thing that you want to focus on is that you want to spend money, but you want to spend money carefully, especially when you're new. So you want to test everything out, make sure it's working, and then you want to really invest a decent amount of money, or find someone that can help you and do that the right way by using Fiverr or Upwork.com and look for a Facebook ad manager or a Facebook advertiser, and then you can give them like $5, $10, $50 to run the exact campaign for you, but they can actually watch it, monetize it, and manage it properly, and you can leverage your time that way. All right, so that's the best way that you want to do it. That's how you want to get in front of 2 million people, by adding all the necessary interest information, zip codes, locations, states, competitor information, and then, like I said, they're going to give you a meter. You understand what that meter consists of, and then you just add a budget to it to reach up to 2 million, and that's how you do that. Make sure you post consistently. Make sure you like I said, get a manager on Fiverr.com or Upwork to have someone manage it as well for you. But as a business owner, you want to make sure that you understand everything and that you're good at everything. You test everything first, and then you invest. All right, so moving along, the last part is going to be how to set up your kids with wealth through legacy investing. That's the way I like to call it. So there, I'm just going to give you the quick formula that we start, that we learn, and we're going to be putting into action. So the main thing is this. So how to set up your kids for wealth through legacy investing, right? So one, it's definitely going to be real estate. It's going to be buying, producing assets like businesses and franchises. It's going to be stocks, how to trade stocks the right way, right? How to set up the stock portfolio. The next thing we're going to be talking about is getting a 529 account for your kids. We're also going to be talking about how to put your kids in the trust, as well as adding 7 companies to the trust, right? So this session that we're going to be talking about is going to be how to set your kids up for wealth through legacy investing. I'm going to give you the formula straight out. There's no, sugarcoating it. It's just very simple. We took all the good information and we condensed it down to like easy, simple steps. So how to set your kids up through wealth, how to set your kids up for wealth through legacy investing. This is what you want to do. 1, you want to get a trust. 2, you want to get 7 LLCs, right? And each LLC is going to have a producing asset attached to it, and you're going to build out the personal credit as well as the business credit, how we just showed you. So basically, we're going to show you how to duplicate what we just taught you, but the key thing is that you're going to put all the companies into a trust, right? So like I said, I'm not an attorney. I never said I was, but just make sure you're coordinating with an attorney as well, business-wise, to set up the trust and also to set up your LLCs, as well as to help you understand, especially sit down with a financial advisor as well, to help you set up and give you better insight on the legacy investing strategies that we're talking about. But I just want to show you how to structure it and give you at least the meat of everything, and then you can go to a professional to kind of break down the information and let them know what you want to do. But set up a trust. That's one. Two, you want to get 7 LLCs, right? 7 entities, and then you want to put whatever kind of type of business into that LLC, right? And then the second part is that you want to make sure that you build the kids' credit. That's one, by doing AUs, authorized user account, attached to your credit, right? And then second, you want to make sure that you invest in businesses like franchises. You want to make sure you invest in stocks, right? You want to make sure you invest in cash flowing businesses. You want to make sure that you invest in real estate, right? You also want to make sure you invest in media and content. You want to make sure you invest in stocks and commodities. And you also want to make sure that you invest in holding property as well. All right, so that's the formula for you guys right there on how to set your kids up with wealth through legacy investing. This is Josh. This is the Josh Harkness Show, which we go live Monday through Friday. I hope you guys enjoy the content tonight. If you guys have any questions, please give me a call. My phone number is 718-500-8705. If you guys have any questions, if you guys have any questions about today's show or any other live feeds that we have and you watch and you want to do a one-on-one, just remember, all our one-on-ones are unlimited. All our one-on-one sessions are absolutely free, so take advantage of it. If you guys need services for marketing, cleaning services, credit repair services, if you guys need services for marketing or for real estate, if you guys looking to buy, sell, or rent a house, or even if you guys need help with selling your home and listing your home effectively, we do that as well. If you're a real estate broker, mortgage, or if you guys are just doing business in general and you need more customers, we do lead generation. We also do branding. We do commercials. We do it all. We try to do it all. We're trying to have a lot of services to help you guys. But like I said, our main goal is to give you guys real information based on real results in real time. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Thanks for joining us over here at the Josh Harkness Show. Please share. Make sure you guys like it. Make sure you guys follow me, and make sure you guys stay safe in this time. Now, make sure you guys get out and vote, and please make sure you guys put on a mask. Much love to you guys. Thanks for joining the Josh Harkness Show. Later, guys. See you guys tomorrow.